motion. And I was like,
Good morning. Good morning. If we can all kindly take our seats so we can start the meeting. It's like a few house rules
Yeah,
while
it'll be,
everybody's here. If you could kindly, if you have a cell phone, please put the cell phone on vibrate
Whatever you want, it's your house.
or silent. Thank you very much.
no, this one, it was,
I'd like to welcome you to the February 2026 Chicago Park District Board meeting. Restrooms are back out in the lobby to the right.
You sure about that?
There's emergency exits all around the room if needed. Again, if we can turn our phones off, put them on silent. If you need to have a conversation, if you can kindly do it in the hallway. Thank you very much.
Okay, got it. Only 4 of us today. Okay, welcome everyone. I ask everyone, well, first of all, welcome to DuSable Museum. We'll have a few words by the president or superintendent, CEO of the facility in a few minutes. But I want everyone to join me in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance, and then after which, in acknowledgement of Black History Month, we will take a moment to observe the Black National Anthem. Feel free to sing along with it. I think the words will be on the screen as well.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I think you stay standing.
Lift every voice and sing, still earth and heaven ring. Ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun, now our new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won.
Okay, thank you. So we're honored to host our board meeting today here at the DuSable, the historic DuSable Black History Museum and Education Center. It was established in 1961 by Dr. Margaret T. Burroughs, which you'll see a picture of her a little later. This is the nation's oldest independent museum celebrating Black culture. I'd like to invite the president and CEO of the DuSable Black History Museum and Education Center, Ms. Perry Ermer, to the podium to say a few words. Perry?
Thank you so much, Dr. Everett, and welcome to the members of the Chicago Park District Board of Commissioners. It is our pleasure and honor to host you here at this beautiful institution. As Dr. Everett said, we are the oldest independent Black History Museum in the nation, and this year we're celebrating our 65th anniversary. I'm a little older than the museum, but that's okay. We welcome everyone, and you're among the first, and the members of the public here too, to see our theater renovation in progress. This is the first time that this theater has been redone since it was built in the early 90s. So you're sitting on lovely new padded seats. and you'll see when you come back next time, the new carpet is going to be installed the first week of March. So this is part of an overall renovation that has been funded by a series of State of Illinois capital grants, and we're happy that we are able to make these renovations to our toilet rooms, our theater, and other parts of the museum that have long needed it. We are proud to be a museum in the park, one of the 11 wonderful museums in the park, and we sit here in historic Washington Park, and of course looking forward to the arrival of our neighbor, the Obama Presidential Center, exactly 1 mile to our east, this coming June. So it's again a pleasure to have you here, pleasure to have members of the public. I do hope that all of you will be able to stay and see our beautiful exhibits. We don't have a lot of exhibition space. We're one of the smaller museums in the park, but we use every inch very efficiently, and we tell stories of history, and we tell them in our own voices. And now, you know, these days when history is under attack, education is under attack, Americans are under attack. This is American history that you will see here. The history of African Americans is an inseparable part of the thread of this great nation. So again, welcome. I wish you a happy 2026, even though it's February. We're still early enough in the year and have so many wonderful things to look forward to this year. So again, welcome, and enjoy your time here with us today. Thank you.
Thank you, President Irmer. Okay, on this day, Wednesday, February 11th, 2026 at 9 a.m., a little bit warmer today than the last two meetings that we've had. The regular board meeting of the Chicago Park District is being held here at the DuSable Black History Museum and Education Center in Washington Park, located at 740 East 56th Street, Chicago, Illinois. Will the secretary please take a roll of the commissioners?
Commissioner Paz. Commissioner Paz is not present. Commissioner Castaneda.
Present.
Commissioner Garrett.
Present.
Commissioner Jackson. Commissioner Jackson is not present. Commissioner Bush. Commissioner Bush is not present. Vice President Valle.
Present.
And President Everett.
Present.
Quorum is present. Please let the record reflect that the General Superintendent and CEO, Carlos Ramirez Rosa, is also in attendance.
Thank you, Secretary. So next, I motion to set the order of business for the day as reflected in the posted agenda.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion has been moved and seconded. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any against? Motion carries. Great. Okay. So, some exciting items coming up now. Next, under strategic initiatives from the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Officer, a presentation celebrating the Black History Month at the Chicago Park District. Trina? Yes. Trina and Lanya.
Good morning, President, Commissioners, and Superintendent. My name is Trina Harris, DEI Officer, and it is my absolute pleasure to take time on behalf of the Chicago Park District to celebrate 100th anniversary of Black History Month. Founded by Carter D. Woodson, Black History Month traces its origins to 1926, at a time when Black history was largely excluded from textbooks and public education. Black History Week was officially recognized as Black History Month in 1976. The Chicago Park District celebrates Black History Month through storytelling, interviews, and creative content on the webpage. The Named in Their Honor page features parks named after influential Black Americans, from the Dr. Conrad Royal Track Center on the south side to the Willie White Park up north. We feature exhibits, sculptures, murals of those who've shaped Chicago's history. Washington Park became part of the center of the Black community as a great migration reshaped Chicago's demographics in the early 20th century. As you've heard today, the DuSable Black History Museum and Education Center stands at the entrance of Washington Park and is among the nation's most important institutions dedicated to African American history, culture, and art. The Park District's evolution reflects broader changes in Chicago, from segregation to recognition, from exclusion to commemoration. Green spaces in mostly Black neighborhoods are venues for music, art, sports, community, and youth programs. For many residents, the local park was and still is the community anchor. We invite you to visit our webpage and click on the Black History Month banner for a list of events celebrating Black History Month in the parks, along with our weekly History Maker series. Now, I would like to introduce to you Lanye Scott, spoken word artist, content creator, and U.S. Army Reserve military police officer from Chicago. Lanye has been a Chicago-based spoken word artist since the age of 7. Her work draws from the city's cultural landscape and explores themes of identity, love, spirituality, and social justice. In addition to being an award-winning performer and HBCU graduate, Lanye serves in the U.S. Army Reserve military as a police soldier. Driven by purpose, Lanye uses storytelling as a tool for reflection, connection, and community. Please welcome to the microphone, Lanye Scott.
Hello, everyone. My name is Lanye Scott. Happy Black History Month, first and foremost. Today, I will be sharing a couple poems that I combined into one called Alliteration, and the second one is called Danger. When I put my pen to my pad, I present positive quizziques. When I put my pen to my pad, I present poetry perfectly with a perfect purpose so it's not hurting me, preserving me. Poetic lyrics proposing to me, picture phone, pick quick, plan a pose for me, promoting me, provoking me. My potent poetry is so powerful that the word has overgrown in me. I say in the beginning, there was the word from poems you see. And I speak possession over the poison you thought you presented me, represented the prison you presented me. I'm so heaven sent that the negativity don't mean nothing to me. Poop stank, so stay away with that energy. Because I'm a progressing pretty princess, planting her plants in pots while practicing patience, while pastors preaching promises and people's payments, preventing sin and promoting hating. I'm just placing the truth in the palms of your palace and pleasing your passion. Pay attention to your mind and everything else gonna happen. If you paint the picture perfectly, that reality will provide, certainly. And I appreciate the platform, but I'm just producing positive performance, meditating in my dorm and poetically promoting my peace, practicing perfect performing, never poor performing, praising my principles and manifesting my morals, so my coral reefs don't dry out, so my community don't die out. I put my pen to my past so my light brings the hype south, fireworks at the North Night House and the Eastern shines so the West can fly out. While I'm founding my foundation, because danger is real and fear is a choice. And I want my words to be heard for every victim death occurred. My words are the voices, so I speak. I speak for the strong and I speak for the weak. I speak for those who gone, and I speak for El Harj Malik. I speak. My vocal cord spits flames, make the microphone cord wire hang from the heat that I bring fire. I can switch it up like my name became Angelo Maya. With power from my Messiah, I can stand toe to toe, blow for blow, with the worstest enemy barefooted in fire. My desire can change the anger of a gun in the hand of a gangbanger. My desire brings tears. I wish Aaliyah and High Deal Pendleton could live. Poetry I give, they curse me with it. I will climb the highest mountain for a water fountain because I'm thirsty with it. Every verse be wicked. Boston, Massachusetts ain't used to this. I'm the microphone terrorist, blowing up stages, breaking barriers. My flow reaches areas like cell phone carriers. Because I get down like jujitsu. Lanye Sensei, you told me Toby, but I say Kuta Kente. Thanks for listening to me bust. CTA. Thank you.
Thank you. That concludes our presentation.
Thank you. That was so beautiful, and this is a hard act to follow.
Yeah. Okay, so next under strategic initiatives, a presentation on Chicago Park District events in honor of Heart Health Month. We have Colleen and Brandon.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, President,
Good morning.
Vice President, Commissioners, Superintendent. My name is Colleen Lammel-Harmon, and I am the Health and Wellness Officer, and I am here with Brandon Lyles from the Wellness Unit under Community Recreation. We are pleased to be here today to talk about Heart Health Month and the free fitness center access. As you all know, health and wellness is a priority of the Park District under goal number 2, community well-being of the strategic plan. The Park District is fully committed to engage in the full power of Parks and Recreation to offer high-quality, inclusive health and wellness programs and services. We continue to strive to meet health equity throughout the Chicago Park District. As you can see, and as a reminder, our 3 health and wellness pillars include community well-being. This connects communities to essential programs, spaces that advance well-being, improves health outcomes, and enhances the quality of life of Chicagoans. The second is supporting active living through parks, opening all spaces and all programs to allow Chicagoans to adopt a healthier lifestyle through activity. And third but not least, ensuring a healthy food environment, which supports access to healthy food options, food insecurity, increases nutrition education, and improves the diet quality to reduce chronic disease in Chicagoans. And again, this is all tied together through the health equity in all policies. We are very excited to present on Heart Health Month. Yesterday, we held our first Heart Health event at Austin Town Hall. It was quite successful and impacted so many Chicagoans within the area. We have 3 more events, as you can see here on the board. Next Saturday, the 21st, and 2 Saturdays at Garfield Park, and then also Thursday, February 26th at Warren Park, and last but not least, Thursday, February 27th at Ogden Park. These offer heart health screenings, which offer not only blood pressure, life risk assessments, and also chronic disease prevention of other vendors offering opportunities to learn how to increase their health opportunities in the community. The reason why we do this is very impactful, and it ties back to the racial life expectancy gap in years, which we know is significant, which what you see is always an average of 11.4. But why we chose these locations are based on the Chicago Department of Public Health chronic disease numbers. Cardiovascular being one of those indicators of why this racial life expectancy gap is so strong and significant. Looking at both the Garfield and Inglewood area of 22 years of a gap in years. That is a significant number that we together as a park are looking to close. One other way that we are looking to strive to bring healthy opportunities to Chicagoans is through reducing the access to barriers. I'm going to let Brandon talk about the free fitness components that we're doing through February.
Good morning again. We are currently offering Free Fitness Week from now through February 15th. And we are offering free fitness center access at all of our 70 Park District locations across the city. Connecting Park District fitness centers with heart-healthy activities in our parks, we're helping Chicagoans stay active, feel better, and take care of their hearts close to home. We currently pulled our numbers this morning for our Free Fitness Week data, and we currently have a projected target of 2,000 participants. As of today, we're currently at 1,520 Free Fitness Week participants. Our fitness centers also currently have 4,334 active memberships. We're also offering opportunities to be active and strengthen your heart in parks. And as you can see, we have various programming offerings throughout the city, including our current winter session offerings that are going on right now, as well as special events such as the ones Colleen just mentioned, promoting heart health. We also have our pool offerings, lap swim, an opportunity for low impact movement, outdoor walking, biking paths, lakefront trails, and our outdoor fitness center courses.
Thank you so much for letting us present Heart Health Month Fitness Centers, and also for the ongoing support that you all promote with Heart Health. Any questions?
Outstanding work. I know this is not your first year doing this program, and I'm excited that it continues. Have you seen a trend in terms of what participants are looking for and the numbers increasing?
Well, I'll let Brandon talk about the fitness centers, because we've seen quite an increase from last year.
Yes, we are seeing an increase in our current fitness center memberships, and a large increase as well as our Free Fitness Week participants as well. I don't have the comparisons from the previous year, but we have noticed a pretty significant uptick.
And do you ask the participants for feedback, evaluations, or anything?
We'll be doing a survey asking, did they join after as well, but also what else would they like to see? And in regards to the heart health, we were averaging 35 blood pressures at each one, maybe leaning towards 40. We hit 62 yesterday, plus another 30 of different screenings. So we have already topped off last year in heart health, and our amount of partners, vendors, health advisory council members, we were at about 13 vendors last year. We were up to 16 yesterday for our first one, looking for even more on the 21st. So we've seen a trend on that. One thing that I will say people are asking for is with the SNAP eligibility. So we have made sure to partner with Greater Chicago Food Depository to making sure that everyone knows about what are those new eligibility standpoints of food access.
Thank you. In my free time, I take many seniors to the parks. I think this is a great program for them. I think for me, the parks are not just this 1 month, it's year round. So how do we brand the fact that this happens year round and not just in 1 month? Because it's outstanding work.
That is a great question, and something that we will be taking advantage of, because we are doing this every day. We are doing the walking clubs. We are doing this with the screenings. We're going to continue these as much as we can once a month. Building, just seeing 70 to 80 seniors yesterday in their best life and dancing and connecting, and it really just shows we're doing it. It's how do we embrace this and bring awareness, and it's really bringing embracement to what the parks offer for health. Whether it's walking, yesterday was primarily line dancing and tennis. All of it's fun, socialization, and physically active. So it's really raising that awareness and bringing it to the forefront. So we will be bringing more awareness to that and offering the programs and spaces for all of the 3 pillars of health and wellness.
Great, thank you. With the Olympics online every day, maybe we should start doing curling.
That is one I have not taken up yet, so we will work on that.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
Yeah, I just want to say thank you so much for the presentation. It's great to see the Chicago Park District being proactive in helping Chicagoans be healthy and providing that place and space and getting the word out. And just on another note, shout out to the creative team. Great looking flyers, great looking collateral here. So very talented people. So thank you for your work.
We will bring that back. Everyone loves that little heart.
It's great, right? It just
We have
draws
stress
attention.
release, which we'll get you. I can't wait to do the final report. If you've seen them, though, they're little stress relief balls. So we'll make sure you get
Thank
those.
you.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Hold on one second. We have a couple more comments.
Yes.
Just more praise. So I just want to echo the sentiments of our commissioners here. I know how hard you and the entire team worked to put this month together. And I've heard so much positive feedback from Chicagoans across the city saying it's so great that I'm able to access a free fitness center in my community, because we have them in communities across the city of Chicago. And I think that this is really a reminder that the Chicago Park District and parks are at the confluence of public health, public safety, economic development, and just all around improving the quality of life of Chicagoans. We're the place where you can find respite, where you can relax, where you can also get your heartbeat up, which is so critical for your health and well-being. And so we are critical social infrastructure. Through the work that we do at the Park District, we are improving people's lives and making people's lives healthier. And so I just really want to say thank you all for the work that you do, because it's being noticed across the city of Chicago. And one of the things that our board president asked us to do when I initiated my tenure here was to increase the number of screenings. And that's exactly what you all have done and are going to continue to do. And so that means that we're really meeting people where they're at, and we're ensuring that that Park Fieldhouse continues to play the role that it has historically played, which is a place that Chicagoans can access critical services and get connected to the social safety net. And so our Park District has always played that role historically for many different families, and it's so great to see that we continue to play that role today. So thank you.
Oh, thank you so much.
That was well.
If I can
well
give another
said.
shout out to Brandon.
Yeah.
The wellness unit is we offer free access to our employees to use our fitness centers. We encourage that as role modeling. And if your heart rate gets up for the wrong reason, we also have a lot of stress relief in yoga classes and walking. So thank you for that, because it just gives us more energy to work towards this goal.
Just a little more praise, and well said, Superintendent, really well said. I agree with, I'm going to echo the sentiments of VP Valle about to really make a difference, I think, in the disparities that exist with health outcomes and life expectancy. It does need to be a year-round programs. And one way that we can achieve that, I think, is increasing our private-public partnerships. So I think that you know, if we've talked about it, hopefully we can do that. And if anyone has any ideas to help us increase our private-public partnerships, I think that would be helpful. One thing that's interesting that I just found out after being on the board is that your physician, so I'm a physician, but your physician can actually write you a prescription for fitness, and we can use that, take that prescription to one of our fitness centers, and you can work out there. I don't know what the cost of that is, but in general, that is something you can do. So we are definitely dedicated. Colleen and Brandon, I really want to compliment you on your work on this. It's really impressive. And like I always say, I've said it to almost everyone, I think we have the opportunity to be the healthiest park district in the country. We have one of the largest, so that would be our goal. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
President, I wanted to add, that brings up a very good point. A lot of insurance do pay for health workout, a portion, and so but the institution must sign on. So maybe that's something we can look into to make it more accessible for people to join gyms.
We look forward to that conversation growing.
Cool.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much. Okay. Just excellent work. I can't stop talking about it. Okay. Thank you once again. Next, a great part, we're done, is the People in the Park section, one of my favorite parts. People in Washington Park today, I guess. I'll now ask the Secretary to call the names of those individuals who have signed up to speak. I want to take a moment to remind everyone, please be courteous and mindful. I understand that we're passionate, but we need to be mindful of the time, mindful of your comments, and no personal comments, hopefully. We look forward to hearing from you.
Please make sure the mic is near your mouth so we can hear you. Thank you.
We ask that you please limit your comments to 2 minutes. Our first 3 speakers who have signed up to speak and checked in at the registration desk this morning: Erica Salgado, Vasily Kuchulon, and Philip McGrath. All 3 of these speakers have submitted supporting documents, which you have in your materials. Erica, whenever you're ready.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Erica Salgado. I have been part of Chicago Park District Swim Club for 8 years. Crucially, I am certified Illinois and USA swimming official. I have officiated at regional, state, and national level meets. I know exactly what a high-performance program looks like because I see them on deck every weekend. The success of Chicago Park District Swim Club is not accidental. It is the result of dedicated coaching despite limited resources. But what hurts this program the most is repeated leadership instability. Every leadership shakes-up leads to cuts, fear, and athletes burnout. Therefore, on behalf of the parents and the booster board, we strongly support appointing any of our 5 current Chicago Park District swim club coaches as head coach with a monthly position. With many years in the program, they understand the mission and the community. They provide the stability and accountability our athletes need. Let's be clear, this is not a recreational program. These athletes train year-round in long-term goals for many families in underrepresented communities. CPD is their only access to competitive swimming. Stability is not an option. It's essential for equity. The results speak for themselves. This program is a national champion. We are ranked number 2 in the entire state of Illinois. Competing against and beating wealthy private clubs. This program works. It has earned stability. Now it needs leadership that protects it. We asked you guys to please appoint any of
Please
our
make your
5
closing
current
remarks.
CPD coaches to secure the future of our team. Our swimmers are doing their part. Please do yours. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Radu Kuchulan. I understand that swimming is not on the agenda today, but this goes far beyond the pool. It is a program capacity and resource allocation issue affecting Park District families. Our athletes have the talent to reach state and national level, but the Park District is weakening the ladder beneath them in 3 measurable ways. First, capacity was decimated. Whitney Young's pool is 48 feet wide. Sheridan Park, where we're going to be moved, has only 5 usable lanes because one of them is obstructed by an ADA ramp. This is not just a reduction, it's an operational failure. You moved a growing program into a facility with 40% less usable water. Fewer lanes, dangerous overcrowding, a lower ceiling for growth. Second, you eliminate operational flexibility. We are told that the budget for coaches is 70 hours bi-weekly. But for years, the district understood the championship season requires more. You tolerated unnecessary overtime in the past. Now you have enforced a rigid cap. You are prioritizing a spreadsheet over the reality of the sport. You are saving less than $1,200 by refusing to staff the most critical period of the season. Third, the performance ramp-up was disturbed. Canceling the delta meet removes a critical rung. When you restrict space, you enforce rigid caps and destabilize schedule, families fall off the ladder entirely. And once they fell, they rarely ever return. Our asks are straightforward. First, restore flexibility, fund the overage hours required for championship season. Second, reinstate the delta meet. Third, assign Ecker Park or any other underutilized pool as our second location immediately. Our kids are climbing. Do not remove their ladder. Thank you.
Philip McGrath, retired, not fired. I'd like to thank those individuals who have addressed the issue of health insurance at previous board meetings. Health insurance is not the only benefit offered to employees at the Chicago Park District. FMLA, vacation and sick time, substance abuse and counseling service, life insurance, deferred compensation, pension benefits, which include disability and survivor benefits. The top mismanagement group here at CPD have all the benefits. More than 3,000 to 5,000 individuals who fall under the domain of the Chicago Park District are left out of the equation. When contributing to the PE, each individual has money deducted from their paycheck and credit towards a retirement fund. Pension is a huge, huge benefit. If an individual moves from on from CPS, the money will be refunded. Top mismanagement types don't understand labor laws, pension laws, public or private, or any other financial plans that can be used for retirement. 11 museums, Lincoln Park Zoo, golf courses, Soldier Field, ice arenas, indoor track facilities, harbors, theaters on the lake, part-time and seasonal employees, and many others are not included in the equation. Claypool wrote a book about himself. Mitchell Kelly and many others have demonstrated the lack of accounting and financial skills. Certainly no individual has been held accountable for the PEABF and CPD being in the red by billions of dollars. It's time to stop making excuses. Nobody don't know nothing is what the political blowhards and upper mismanagement types will proclaim when something illegal occurs. It's not about the children or providing a safe workplace for employees. It's about profits. Some mismanagement types are making bank on hundreds of no-bid contracts. Profits and payoffs before people. 7 out of 10 public pension funds in Chicago are in trouble. The worst possible scenario here at the CPD and throughout the state of Illinois, the political blowhards will let pensions default. Please read the handout
Please
provided
make your closing remarks.
and heed the warning. I provided some of these handouts before. I don't hear anything back. And about the swimming, can I say one thing? About the swimming, I started as a little tyke swimming. I went to Eckerd, all those parks and those programs. I swam for Mount Carmel. We won state championship. Everybody on that team swam in the Chicago Park District programs. So keep the swimming up. Keep any sport up. That's all I'm asking. Thank you.
Our next three speakers, Cecilia Butler, Nicole Foster Hill, and Lynn Burmeister. If you could please proceed to the podium.
Good morning.
Good morning.
In the honor of Dr. Margaret Burroughs, I welcome everyone to her house. I'm here to be rather nice today. We need reconstruction at the parking lot south of the field house. Okay, that's the first thing, because it's tearing up our cars as we drive in. Bynum Island, I think we need to go over there and see what's happening, because who knows what could be going on, seeing that the only way to get there are the bridges. Tennis courts. Lady came to our meeting to complain about the tennis courts because she couldn't keep affording her grandchild to go to the tennis place on State Street that costs a lot of money, but we do need to upkeep them. The parking area behind the field house, our staff, our landscaping crew likes to use the grass. And I know we can't really, have any problems like this, but they need to stay off the grass because their tires make indentations just like everybody else's. And in the honor of Black History Month, for those of you that have been around the Park District some years, in Washington Park, we used to do a Shockey. It was a great event. All the South Side and the West Side participated. Please bring it back. We can afford it. Thank you. And for those that don't know, the lady out front is Dr. Margaret Burroughs.
And Nicole Foster Hill and Lynn Burmeister submitted a supporting document together, which is in your materials.
Thank you for the opportunity to speak today. Parks are not designed to be permanent places to live or function as suitable long-term housing for anyone. Yet across Chicago, we are asking unhoused residents to survive outdoors, often without sanitation, safety, or stability. This is not compassionate, it's not safe, it's not sustainable. There is a better alternative. Tiny home villages designed as transitional recovery housing. One proven model comes from Urban Camp, a Chicago-based 501c3 founded more than 10 years ago by engineers, architects, and designers, focused on creating the smallest possible code-compliant dwellings for people experiencing homelessness. Urban Camp is led by two principals who are here with us today. Bill Edwards is a professional engineer with more than 30 years experience designing and building modular systems for critical services. He is a graduate of Brother Rice High School, Cornell University, and Stanford, and brings deep expertise in safety, durability, and scalable construction. His partner, Mike Dillon, is a graduate of Northwestern with a background in human development and social policy. A longtime resident of the 39th Ward, he brings experience in youth, family, and mental health services. These are not tents which Urban Camp has designed. They're small, fully permitted homes built off-site here in Chicago and installed on concrete pads with real walls, locks, heat, electricity, plumbing, and fire-safe construction. You can see pictures of these in your packets. Each unit includes a living space, bathroom, and kitchen. Basic necessities that allow people to stabilize and begin moving forward. And location matters. Villages are situated near existing encampments on underutilized or low-cost vacant land where utility hookups are feasible and where residents have access to services,
Please make your
groceries,
closing
and
remarks.
emergency responses.
Design and management matters. These homes are organized into small clusters of about 10 units, creating human-scale communities. Each cluster partners with a certified social service agency responsible for resident selection, case management, and ongoing support. Residents agree to enforceable community rules, a substance-free environment, required upkeep, mandatory meetings, and regular check-ins with service providers. From a cost and logistics standpoint, this model is realistic. Each unit, including site work and utilities, costs approximately $100,000. Target rent is about $1,000 per month, including utilities. These homes are modular, designed for a 30-year lifespan, and they are relocatable, giving the city flexibility as needs change. Most importantly, tiny homes move people forward. They are transitional by design, supporting residents on a path to permanent housing with stability and dignity. Allowing tents to remain in parks serves no one, not the unhoused, not park users, and not surrounding communities. Tiny home villages restore parks while replacing unmanageable encampments with structured, humane solutions. Today, we respectfully ask CEO Carlos Ramirez Rosa and the Board of Commissioners to champion this approach by urging Mayor Brandon Johnson, Chief Homelessness Officer Cindy Soto, and DFSS Commissioner Angela Green to pilot a 10-unit tiny home village on publicly owned land on Chicago's northwest side. This is a practical step forward and one we can take now. And we welcome any questions. We've got the designers here.
I'm actually very familiar with the tiny home project under Tracy Baim when she created the model. I don't know if the architects are very familiar with her. And I know the original concept came up under previous administrations, and with the change, I don't know where it is in terms of its priority. I also was part of taking it to the federal government to replicate it across the country. It is a great model, and I would support any efforts to try to make it happen. So I don't know if it has gone before the Department of Family Children Services, because that's where it should go. And then, of course, we could look at our role in terms of championing this work forward. But thank you for bringing it forward.
Superintendent.
Thank you so much. To answer your question, VP Valle, the Park District did recently participate in a meeting convened by Metropolitan Water Reclamation District Commissioner Waller. And we were
pleased to participate in that conversation. In response to our public commenters today, what we'll do is we'll make sure that the materials you provided to us are forwarded to the Commissioner of the Department of Family and Support Services, the Commissioner of the Department of Housing, as well as the Chief Homelessness Officer for the City of Chicago and the Mayor's Office. So we're happy to provide these materials to those agencies and provide your contact information so that they can follow up and be connected with you all. So thank you so much.
Our next three speakers, Susan Blackman, Ellen Eunice, and Denise Ferguson. If you could please proceed to the podium.
Good morning. My name is Susan Blackman. I'm here on behalf of the residents of the Legion Park encampments, the neighbors, the public, and the park itself. But what I'm really speaking to is how Chicago treats its public spaces and its people. The Chicago Park District has effectively become a landlord, but one that refuses to acknowledge its responsibility. That denial is not harmless. It avoids accountability. When another propane tank explodes and Legion Park catches fire, will you still claim no responsibilities for lives endangered on your watch? Sweeping parks is not a solution. It destroys people's belongings, disconnects them from services, and sends them back to square one. Every sweep breaks trust and continuity. On March 17th, you will sweep Legion Park, yet you still offer no interim places for people to go. Why would anyone choose the confinement of a shelter when the parks remain rent-free? Closing one park just pushes people to another. This is not humane. It's not responsible. It is a cycle of displacement, not progress. Chicago owns thousands of vacant city-owned lots, most zoned for residential use and sitting unused. These are opportunities for humane interim housing, places with sanitation, safety, and consistent services. My proposal is simple. Move encampments off parkland and onto vacant land with all of their belongings. Provide sanitation, lighting, safe heating, and indoor spaces where possible. Embed consistent outreach, not services that vanish with every sweep. This is not a fantasy. It's a practical use of public resources. So I ask, why is there no meaningful interim housing plan? Why aren't city, state, and federal partners fully engaged equally? If this isn't working, what is your actual solution? I urge you to answer with accountability, data, and humanity, not rhetoric. It is your responsibility to get this situation off the merry-go-round now. Thank you.
And Ellen Eunice submitted a supporting document this morning, which we'll pass out now.
I just want to make one comment regarding the Legion and Gompers, and that is that at the previous meeting, there was a lot of discussion about no support and no housing available, which later, as I did my due diligence, I learned that, yes, housing was provided to a number of the individuals that spoke. So we have to be careful about being honest when we come to the podium and not putting the board against the public, because I'm just referring to a previous person, not you. Yeah. And so a lot of agencies are involved to come to some solution with compassion. And this is a difficult challenge for all of us. And so know that we're not ignoring the issue, but that we truly come to the table with our heart and our compassion and our integrity. Thank you.
Whenever you're ready.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. I'm Ellen Eunice, and I'm going to speak on this topic as well. The Chicago Reader recently published an article saying Chicago's encampment closures are unconscionable. As a neighbor who has lived next to West Legion Park encampments for the past 2+ years, I would say the real injustice is allowing human beings to live outside, especially during the Chicago winter. For 2 years, I've seen the daily toll of the encampments, enormous amounts of garbage, residents disposing of human waste in the garbage cans, in the river, and in the brush in the park. We hear screams for help regularly, from drug overdoses, beatings, sexual assault, and domestic violence, and we have seen hunger. The human cost of the status quo can be illustrated by a man we knew as Bitcoin. In 2024, he had built a structure along the riverbank in West Legion Park where he thought he was safe. Soon thereafter, a neighbor saw Bitcoin being brutally beaten with a metal baton by Jerry, a friend of people who lived in the encampment. By this winter, Bitcoin was living in a tent in West Legion Park behind my house during sub-zero temperatures that we experienced this past winter. After being treated for frostbite and released back to the park, his condition spiraled into gangrene. On January 17th, we heard moaning coming from the park. A rescue squad came in. He was taken out and died. Bitcoin did not die because an encampment was closed. He died because he lived outside during a Chicago winter. It is unrealistic to think people will live outdoors during winter without fire for warmth in Chicago winters, yet those fires put the very residents, the neighbors, and our first responders at great risk. Closing an encampment is not unconscionable in my eyes. It is an intervention. It is an opportunity. In the months leading up to a closure, DFSS and social service agencies work to build trust with the hope that residents will accept assistance and apply for housing. These closures represent a pivot point
We need to
in
move
their
on
lives.
to our next speaker.
Thank you. And the last thing I'll add, I'm a Harrison Park swimmer. I actually swim competitively as a 18-plus individual for many years. So thank you for the swimming program.
Whenever you're ready.
I live in Lawndale, adjacent to Douglas Park, where race, hate, and terror is applied to every part of Black life. Lawndale roughly has 35,000 residents. 87% of them experience some kind of financial hardship. Unlike some of the people here are talking about people living outside, we have people who are living inside, afraid to come outside because our park is not safe. 14 years ago, Rakia Boyd was shot and killed by a Chicago police officer, detective. 6 months ago, Marjay Dodson, Jeremy Hared were both shot, teens shot by Chicago Park District lifeguard. Marjay died. Jeremy is paralyzed and recovering with his family. Everything about us in Lawndale has changed tremendously because of that. But also because of that, we've been able to get an outstanding park supervisor. And we have a team of people that are working at Douglas Park to improve it. But we need staff. We keep being promised things that are not being delivered. We need staff today. We need you all to go post those positions. We need at least 3 full-time positions and at least 2 hourly, because we have a big facility and we have some equipment, but not much, that needs to have children and parents and families and utilizing the building and taking advantage of the services. We have a tennis court, but no tennis lessons. We have a swimming pool, but swimming has not been taught at Douglas Park since 1991. And it's an outdoor pool. We don't have a chance of sending a kid to the Olympics if they have to learn to swim in Douglas Park. We need you all to pay very close attention to what you've promised us, what you've posted that you're doing, and just deliver it. I know you think that we're fussing, but I gotta keep coming back until it's done.
Please make your closing
I'm
remarks.
the oldest person on my block, and they're expecting that if grandma, that you will at least listen to grandma. They listen to grandma. We're not standing here before you to ask you for anything that does not cover health and safety. You know, you have everything that you need to make this work. Colleen has talked to me about this, but we could have been a part of, we've never had a heart health program in Douglas Park ever. Everything takes place in Garfield or at Austin. That's not right.
Thank you. Superintendent?
Thank you so much, President Everett. Thank you so much, Ms. Ferguson. We are working to ensure that we get that staff back at Douglas Park. So it's something that I've spoken with consistently with my team here. One of the things that I've learned working in government for over 10 years is that sometimes those internal processes don't work as quickly as we like them to or need them to, but I'm working with my team to make sure that we are getting those positions back to Douglas Park as soon as possible. So my team is here right now. They're listening, so they know that this is a priority and we're going to get it done. So you have my word that those positions will be posted soon.
I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Perhaps we can engage the community once those positions are posted. Ms. Ferguson can help us push those posts out so that we can move rapidly in filling those positions. Thank you.
Great idea.
Thank you.
That was our final speaker today. Let the record reflect that written testimonies were received, and those testimonies may be found in your materials.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you to all of our speakers, and your passionate comments are heard and placed in our head here. So approval of all items listed. Next will be approval of all items listed on the consent agenda. As a reminder, the items on the listed on the consent agenda are considered to be routine, procedural, informational, or non-controversial in nature and will be voted upon as a group in one motion. There will be no separate discussion of these items unless a member of the board so requests, in which event the item will be removed from the consent agenda. The consent agenda will allow more time to be spent on matters of public interest. Do any of the commissioners wish to remove any of the items on the consent agenda for a separate discussion and vote? Doesn't look like they do, so will the secretary please read the items listed on the consent agenda?
The items on the consent agenda are approval of the meeting minutes for the regular board meeting held on January 21st, 2026, provisional approval for the special event permit applications for the 2026 JP Morgan Corporate Challenge Chicago, Bike the Drive, and Skechers Hot Chocolate Run Chicago, provisional approval for the special event permit applications for ARC Music Festival and El Grito, request to exercise the contract first 1-year extension option with Smith Maintenance Company and Dustum Clean Maintenance Company Incorporated for janitorial services for Central Region Lakefront Comfort Stations, beach houses, and special use facilities, specification number P-23008. And lastly, request to exercise the contract second 1-year extension option with Christie Weber and Company, doing business as Christie Weber Landscapes, for Grant Park and Museum Campus landscape maintenance services, specification number P-23005.
Thank you. Is there a motion to approve the items on the consent agenda as a group in one vote?
So moved.
Second.
Motion's been moved and seconded. Will the secretary please take a roll call for the adoption of the matter?
Commissioner Castaneda?
Aye.
Commissioner Garrett?
Aye.
Vice President Valle?
Aye.
And President Everett?
Aye.
Motion carried, and the items listed on the consent agenda are adopted.
Okay, next under the new business non-consent agenda, from the Office of the Treasurer, a resolution authorizing the reimbursement of expenditures related to the 2026 Capital Improvement Program. Olivia?
All right. Good morning, President, VP, Commissioners, and Superintendent. My name is Olivia Yarmoshka, and I am the treasurer of the Chicago Park District. I'm here to request the annual approval of a resolution required by the IRS for tax-exempt financing. This resolution acknowledges that the district's $40 million capital improvement plan for 2026, which we typically fund through tax-exempt bonds issued at a later date. To comply with IRS regulations, the governing body must formally declare the district's intent to reimburse capital expenditures using tax-exempt bond proceeds. This provides the flexibility to use operating funds for immediate capital costs and then later reimburse ourselves if we choose to issue bonds. Please note that this resolution does not obligate the district to issue any bonds. However, it just simply preserves our option to do so. I welcome any questions.
No. I think, is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Motion's been moved and seconded. There are no objections. Will the secretary please take a roll call for the adoption of the matter?
Commissioner Castaneda?
Aye.
Commissioner Garrett?
Aye.
Vice President Valle?
Aye.
And President Everett.
Aye.
Motion carried and the resolution is adopted.
Thank you. Thank you, Olivia. Okay, next from the Department of Facility Management, authorization to exercise the contract's first one-year extension option with Aquapure Incorporated, doing business as Aquapure Enterprises Incorporated, for the supply and delivery of pool chemicals and related supplies, specification number P-25000. Victoria and Kareem?
Good morning, President Everett, Commissioners, General Superintendent Ramirez Rosa. I'm Victoria Cordova, the Director of Facility Management, and I'm here today to recommend that an order be entered authorizing the General Superintendent or their designee to exercise the first one-year extension option with Aquapure Enterprises for the supply and delivery of pool chemicals and related supplies. This contractor was selected pursuant to a publicly advertised invitation for bids, and the contract was originally awarded at the Chicago Park District Board meeting on April 9th, 2025, with 4 additional one-year extension options available. The contract amount is not to exceed $300,000 annually and depends upon requirements. The Department of Facility Management oversees a broad range of pool chemicals and supplies essential to the daily operation of 27 indoor pools, 50 outdoor pools, and numerous spray features. Access to commercial-grade chemicals and related materials enables our staff to manage routine maintenance as well as respond effectively to urgent needs. Maintaining a commodity contract ensures that these operational requirements can be met consistently at fair and reasonable prices. The supplies covered under this contract support both indoor and outdoor pool maintenance and include items such as algae prevention additives, acids and stabilizers, water clarifiers, chemical balancing controllers, circulation and cleaning pumps along with their replacement parts, pressure gauges, safety drain grates, and other safety and compliance-related products. This contract not only supports our department's ability to meet community expectations, but it also helps ensure compliance with all safety standards and licensing requirements established by the Illinois Department of Public Health. Licensed vendors such as Aquapure are required to follow strict regulations for the transportation, storage, and packaging of these materials. They offer expert assistance in water quality troubleshooting, equipment installation, and staff training on the proper use of chemicals and mechanical systems. They also provide guidance on equipment that meets IDPH standards and serve as a key technical resource by supplying required specifications, supporting permit documentation, and assisting staff throughout the IDPH permitting and compliance process. Aquapure has successfully met all expectations during the initial one-year term of this contract, providing and delivering pool chemicals and related supplies for district-wide operations. They have demonstrated the capacity to meet delivery requirements consistently and have done so in a timely, efficient manner, maintaining good standing with the Park District throughout. Therefore, it is in the best interest of the Chicago Park District to exercise the first one-year extension option in the contract with Aquapure Enterprises for the supply and delivery of pool chemicals and related supplies. I'll turn it over to Kareem Burgess for the compliance information.
Thank you, Victoria. Good morning, President Everett, VP VIA, Commissioners.
Can you speak up?
Sure.
Thank you.
Good morning, President Everett, VP VIA, Commissioners, and Superintendent. Aquapure was able to achieve compliance on a reduced goal they were approved for, coming in at 5.7% MBE participation against a 5% requirement. But I would like to reiterate that our office is in continual talks with Aquapure, engaging them to increase minority and women-owned participation where we can. Thank you.
Thank you. So it sounds like they're a much needed commodity that we're using, but it doesn't seem like they are complying with our traditional goals that so many of our other vendors have complied with. And unfortunately, it seems like, it's kind of a disservice to the other vendors who work so hard to try and comply with our goals, whether it's M and W, B participation. They work hard to get those M and WB requirements filled, and this one has really been underwhelming at 5%. I understand that it's kind of a niche company probably, and this may be a small contract for them. I think they're national, but I think it's important for us to try and really reiterate to them that they need to really represent our communities. I mean, represent Chicagoans, in terms of percentage-wise and racial makeup and gender makeup as well. And I think that 5% is just really abysmal. I think it's outrageous. I mean, you have so many opportunities. We allow for direct spend or indirect spend. It can be their accountant. It could be anyone, but we really need them to comply. I mean, if we're going to expect that from so many other vendors, I think it's really important. So this is a 1-year extension. I'm hoping I realize that we're kind of in the 11th hour, as my fellow commissioner said. We need them next month. We need the pools to open. But we're kind of handcuffed here. If they're the only company, we really need some other opportunities, some other options here. So I think that they're really egregious in this 5%. I think that's just abysmally low. And so I'm hoping that next year, in their 2nd year extension, that we either have them in compliance or we have some other options for us in this realm.
Understood. And those are our efforts to engage them to try and increase MBE participation. So you are heard.
I applaud your efforts. I know you've tried hard and tried to tell them, but it's one of those things. Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay. Well, that being said, is there a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Second.
We're going to take a vote on this. Okay.
I'll take a roll call of the
A
commissioners.
roll call. So if there are no objections, will you please take a roll call?
Sure. Commissioner Castaneda?
Aye.
Commissioner Garrett?
Aye.
Vice President Valle?
Aye.
And President Everett?
Nay.
Okay, the motion failed.
No, it passes. 3 or 4.
We have to have 4 affirmative votes.
Oh, well then, let's revote then.
Okay.
Withdraw the vote. I withdraw my vote.
Okay, Commissioner Castaneda?
Aye.
Commissioner Garrett?
Aye.
Vice President Valle?
Aye.
And President Everett?
Reluctantly, aye.
Okay, motion carried and the matter is adopted.
We've got to have the pools open. What can you do? Thank you. But
Thank
next year, hopefully, it'll be better.
Thank you.
Okay. Next. Oh, take that back. Lastly, from the Department of Revenue, authorization to enter into a contract with Chicago Skating Partners, LLC for management and operation of the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Family Entertainment Center. Specification number P-25008. Dana?
Thank you. And I would just like to say it's such an honor to be here and in memory of Dr. Burrows. One of my first desks at the Park District was on the hallway going to the commissioner's offices. So I had many opportunities to interact with her and see her great work. So good morning, President Everett, Vice President Valle, Board of Commissioners, and Superintendent Ramirez-Rosa. My name is Dana Zielinski, and I am Director of Revenue. I come before you today to recommend Chicago Skating Partners for the management and operation of the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Family Entertainment Center, also known as the MLK Center. This facility features a roller rink and bowling lanes, in addition to an arcade with a prize redemption shop, a snack bar, and a parking lot. It proudly hosts over 100,000 visitors per year. United Skates of America has operated the center since it opened in 2003. Under their leadership, the MLK Center is well known in the community for special events like character and themed skating sessions featuring Minions, Trolls, and Disney characters, and also for hosting phenomenal birthday parties. Many camps visit over the summer months, including numerous Chicago Park District day camps. Perhaps most creatively, they have developed a STEM curriculum that meets state standards and offers teachers a unique hands-on learning opportunity for their students, followed by a few hours of skating or bowling. United Skates of America has been in business for 53 years and manages 21 roller rinks around the country. At MLK Center, they have a proven track record of providing safe, fun, and welcoming space. The evaluation committee was impressed with their passion for the customer experience, cleanliness of the facility, and public safety. It is therefore recommended for award, which would be through an LLC called Chicago Skating Partners. This is a 7-year term with 3 additional 1-year extension options. For the initial term, the management fee is not to exceed $1.698 million, and Chicago Skating Partners will be making a capital contribution as well. Kareem, would you please share the compliance goals for this opportunity?
Absolutely. Thank you, Dana. Good morning again. Compliance on this agreement will be met in full, with the vendor proposing 55% for MBE participation with an additional 5% for WBE participation. So we have great compliance numbers for this agreement. Thank you.
Thank you. And also joining us today from United Skates of America is President Karen Palermo and staff from the facility. I'd like to introduce them, Tiara Golston and Lanika Bragg. And I'd be happy to answer any questions.
I've got something. So I'm originally born and raised on the South Side, 81st South Shore Drive, but I lived the last 28 years in Lawndale. But I'm embarrassed to say I've never heard of this place. And it's Chicago, right? I remember a day camp growing up going, bowling, roller skating, the whole 9 yards. And so you kind of grew up doing those things if you were in Chicago, especially a day camp kid. So I want to make sure I get out there and visit you all. It looks like a great place. Happy to be in partnership with you. For those of you who don't know, we have briefings as the commissioners. So this isn't the first time we've heard all this information. Individual commissioners will meet with staff and we'll have kind of talk through all these things. And so when I saw this in my briefing, I was like, oh wow, we got to check that out. So my wife loves to skate and we both love to bowl, so we're excited about this. And it's great to see like this very unique opportunity the Chicago Park District offers. So really excited to vote in favor of this.
Am I too old to get training lessons on roller skating?
I doubt it.
Knee pads and hip. Okay.
Yeah, but the hips and knees are not forgiving at this age, I tell you. I wasn't going to say this, but if I recall in our briefing, there was I think that the corporation had an opportunity to give some of the proprietors a chance, the people who manage it, the ability to be able to become proprietors within the organization. That I was very impressed with that. Can you speak on that a little bit?
Sure. The new LLC will include 2 of the staff members as part owners. So, and those 2 are here. So their hard work is really paying off at the facility, both for us and for them professionally. And I really commend United Skates of America for taking that approach.
I do too. Tremendously commendable. And I wish other corporations would do that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thank you so much, Dana. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Motion's been moved and seconded. I think if there's no objection, we will apply the last favorable roll call, vote from the prior matter to this matter. Are there any objections?
None.
Okay.
Hearing none, motion is carried and matter is adopted.
Thank you so much for everyone coming. This concludes our board meeting. Don't forget, we have a beautiful facility here at DuSable with nice exhibits. Hopefully you can make it out if you can't see some of the exhibits today. That concludes the board meeting. May I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any against? Motion carries. This concludes the board meeting. The meeting is now adjourned.